Hello, hello, Billy Diamond here of Branding for Entertainers, and I'd like to talk with you about my logo design packages. Hey, that's me down there in the corner. I'm just going to hang out there, but let me share my screen with you. So, my logo design packages, I truly believe that you do get what you pay for. So, buy a cheap logo, you're going to get a cheap logo. I try to go above and beyond in my logo design packages and my services. What does that mean? What is my process like? Well, you, again, do get what you pay for. I believe that to be true. We will talk about who your market is, where you're at now, where you want to be, what's stopping you, and how my services tie into that is I don't want you to have a logo that is simply redesigned within a year or 5 years. I want this to be something that you don't have to rebrand. So it's really important that we get it right at this logo design package level. And we'll talk on the phone. That's my preferred method, is just to talk on the phone. And we'll take some time so that I understand your market and who you are as a person, who you are as an entertainer, and again, all those things that I had just mentioned about where it is you're at, where you want to be, who your target market is. And it's really important that we hit that properly. Now, one of the other things you can do here on my logo package page is you can do a logo questionnaire, and it's going to walk you through all kinds of questions. And these are really important to get these questions right or as accurate as you can. Maybe you don't know on some of this stuff. That's okay. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you work through that, because I'm not just a graphic designer, I'm a branding guy. So I also think business strategy and having a plan, that's going to be really, really important, that we have a plan and that we take and we have a plan of action to get you to the next step with the look and the feel of your brand so that it hits your target market. So, what does this look like? Once we talk, I will get some fonts together for you. I'll give you about 12 choices. Now, this isn't just me picking fonts willy nilly. I'm going to step back after our conversation, or even after I take a look at this questionnaire form, and I'm going to choose what I think are going to be the best matching fonts for you. And I'm going to give you probably about 12 of those that you'll be able to look at, and you can say, I like this, don't like this. And then we're going to narrow that down. And then I'm going to take my creative juices and I'm going to get the process rolling in what I believe will be a really good logo concept for you. And then I will get that to you online. You'll be able to proof it. And suppose you don't like it. Suppose there's things that you do like about it, but you don't like this. Well, online, you'll be able to actually give me your feedback and tell me what you like, what you don't like, and I'll create those edits for you, and we'll just keep going back and forth until we get this process correct. I will colorize it then at that point as well. So I think it's really important that I understand your market so that I can target and figure out what colors are going to match and work best for your business and for your market. So let me show you really quickly what this looks like. This is from a project that I just wrapped up. So this client's going to get all these folders. So this is a lot of work right here. It's not just a thing of, here's a logo, there you go. I actually take all this time and I put all this extra energy into it. And I promise you, this is something that the average designer is probably not going to give you, but I think are very essential tools, because even when you don't utilize my services, you'll be able to pass these files off to somebody who really appreciates the fact that they're working with good quality files and good quality logos. So one of the first things that I really like to do is I like to give you a spec sheet and show whoever you're working with, look, this is how this logo is used. I'll get into that in a moment, but I'm also going to give you a font file, or maybe you have 2 or 3 different fonts in the logo. You probably weren't going to have more than 3, but in this scenario, we just have a one basic font. I say basic, but it fits it really well. You'll see here in a minute. But this is a branding guideline sheet, and it also shows color palettes with Pantone colors and things like that. So you're going to get how it was inspired, what the meaning of it is, things like that. So This is really important to be able to pass off, even if you're not utilizing my services. The other person can actually see what's going on and knows exactly how to utilize the logo, and also knows, hey, these are the actual colors that need to be used for this logo. One of the other biggest things is you need scalable files, not just little JPEG files. You need something that's going to scale from the size of a matchbook clear up to a billboard or a bus wrap, things like that. And maybe you don't need that, but it's really important that a designer actually gives you files this way, because you actually want your logos to look nice and crisp, not like blurry and grainy, like you may have seen on like really bad files. So in this case, he has several different files that I'm giving him, but these are scalable files. I'm giving him a PDF and an SVG file. And this is for his main logo for a light background. Then he also has for a dark background. So those are all scalable files. So they'll scale up and down without losing any quality whatsoever. Then it's also important that I give you printed type of files as well as web files. There is a major difference here between print files and web files. And in brief, a print file is typically 300 DPI CMYK. What does that mean? It means 300 dots per inch, and also CMYK is cyan, magenta, yellow, black. That's the ink colors that we print to form the colors of the rainbow, basically, and color separations and digital printing and all that stuff. It's that process, okay? Just know that when you get these files, you're going to get everything that you need from me in a really large file. This is a PNG file here, okay? So it's just a very large 300 DPI PNG file. That particular file, if you actually open that up in a program, I think it's about 24 inches, okay? But if you need something bigger than that, that's where you would use your vector files, okay? So that's the print files. Then over in the web world here, you're going to have files, and you'll see that I also did a dark background logo for him too. That is basically just a variation of the light color background. So if he were to take that light color background or that light color logo and put it on a dark background, it might not look nice at all, or it'll look okay, but it just doesn't pop or have the pop that it needs to have. So I created him a dark background logo as well. Okay, so for the web files, you're getting 72 DPI, and they will be in RGB. That is red, green, and blue. That's the way that when you're looking at a screen, TV screen, your computer screen, your phone screen, okay, to create those combinations and spectrums of colors. So it's just those three colors, red, green, and blue, to mix to get the colors that you need to see. The other thing that I did is I'm giving him a single color black logo, and this is a PNG file. You can't really see it here because it's a PNG file, and it's a very large file, so it's kind of grayed out, but you'll get my point here. And then I did the same thing as well, that he has also, whoops, let me go back one. He's also getting this in a white, okay, a white PNG file, okay? So he can, basically the PNG file is that he can lay that over top of any color or anything. It has a transparent background. One of the other things I love to do is I love to give out some extra stuff. So this was just an element that I happened to have from his logo. I added to it, and I thought, well, sure, he might be able to use this for something on his website or in some sort of print form if he wanted to. So it's just a nice little extra that I'm just trying to be helpful and give. One of the other things is I created him a seamless pattern out of his logo. Now, this looks like it's a mess right now, but if you were to take this and put this into its proper usage, you would get basically what the easiest way to describe it is you've probably seen a step and repeat backdrop or a step and repeat banner. Okay, so that's how that is used. And then I also am giving him a favicon, and a favicon is what you see when you open a web browser. It's that little icon that you see right at the left side of the tab of that website, and it just really helps tie in the brand, and it helps tie in that you are that brand, and it ties in directly with your website, or should tie in with the look of your website as well. And then one of the other things that I like to do at the very end is I like to give out something where you can see what your logo would look like on different things that I do as far as my services, whether that's custom backdrop signs, business cards, car logos, or even apparel, or even backdrops. So there you go. I just wanted to explain that to you. Should you have any questions, please let me know. Again, my name is Billy Diamond of Branding for Entertainers. Take care.